join us in this video because I'm going to show you how to make this drop stitch scarf from the silk and chiffon sari ribbon yarn that we have on our website kamagefiberarts.com at half off today. My sari ribbon yarn is rolled up into a ball and all ready to go. I'm going to use big wooden knitting needles. These are size 19, 15 millimeters, and these are clovers. I love using the big wooden knitting needles because the fiber or fabric is not too slippery on these, and it knits up really fast because they're so big. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast on 6 stitches. This is the way my mother taught me to cast on. So nobody tried to teach me. And this is always the way I'm going to know how to do it. Okay. Here's the trick with this fabric because it's not stretchy. You want to make sure these are a little on the loose side at the bottom. Don't make these too tight or you won't get that needle, the other needle through. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now I'm going to knit the next 2 rows to give it some support and to also give us a place to add the fringe later. Now, when you're knitting with this yarn, you want to bring it through and make sure that loop is on the big part of the needle and sort of pull up just a little bit and give it some room. And that seems to be a good gauge of how much space to give it. And if you're a thrower, you are not alone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about throwing over your yarn because there's somebody else that does it, and it's me. Because you get there eventually, right? No matter what style of knitting you do. Okay, we're done with the 2 knitted rows. Now I'm going to show you 2 different drop stitch styles. There's one that's a straight drop stitch, and then there's one that is a twisted drop stitch. So let's do the straight one first. So you're going to put it through the front just like you're knitting, and then you're going to wrap it twice around the back needle. Make sure you're over the thick part of the needle. Knit stitch, bring it over the thick part of the needle and pull it through. Double, pull it through. You know what I love about this yarn? I love when I get to a different color. I just love to see how the different colors kind of play out in this skein. That's fun. Or when I get to a blingy part, that's pretty cool. Okay, last one. Okay, now you're going to see that you have double the amount of stitches on your needle. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. All right, now let me show you up close. So with this first stitch, we have the stitch that's coming through the loop, and then we have this stitch that's sort of in the back. So we're going to knit through this. We're going to knit through the front loop. So knit through just the front loop and then bring it off. Now here comes the drop stitch. See these 2 that are together? Pull those off. Just knit through that front loop, knit, pull both of these loops off. Front, Pull both off. Pull both off. We've got 2 more to do. Oh, there's pink coming up. Oh, that's going to be pretty. And then your last one. Okay, let's take a look at our drop stitch. Okay, so there's your drop stitch. And this is what makes it go so fast, because that drop stitch just takes up a lot of space. Okay, now I'm going to knit 2 rows again, just to give it a little bit of security. Ooh, that pink's pretty. Like Barbie pink. Hot pink. I'll guarantee that you won't have the same scarf. I mean, even if you use the same ribbon yarn, you're not going to have the same scarf, because every skein's a little bit different. It's really cool. There's such handmade items that there's no way they can get all of these the same. Pull it up. So if you feel like getting a little tight, make sure and do that little pull up. That is the trick with this fabric, with knitting any fabric really. Some people knit denim and things like that. Okay, now, whoops, now we have 2 knitted rows. And there's my pretty little drop stitch. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the twisted drop stitch. So just as you're knitting, and then you're going to go around both needles, and then the back needle and knit. Both needles, back needle, knit. Both needles, back needle, and knit. Both needles, back needle. Ooh, I'm coming up to some bling. That's pretty. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Both, one, and knit. Okay, so let's take a look at, oh, that's pretty. So there's your twist. That's the twist of that. Can you see the V's here? That's your straight drop stitch, and then these ones are twisted. Okay, the thing about the twisted drop stitches is you will have very loose loops around that needle. Can you see how loose that is? So we need to secure this somehow, and again we're going to knit twice. If you want to knit and then purl, go right ahead, but I just found that 2 rows of something, it doesn't matter whether it's knit purl or purl knit, whatever you want to do, just secure that drop stitch with a couple security rows of something. All right, and then let's take a look at what we got. That's so pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, let's knit 1 more row. Oh, I can see some more bling coming up. We'll see if it's going to make it in this row. I'm not really sure. I have some of these ribbon yarns on my website at comagefiberarts.com. They're 50% off, and the code is in the listing. So make sure and use, oh, there's the bling, look. Oh my gosh. Use the coupon code in the listing and get half off today. There should be some in stock. There we go. That's really pretty. Look at that. That is so pretty. Okay, so let me finish this scarf, and then I'll come back and show you how to put the fringe on. So head on over to the next video.